set an alarm for 1 p.m.
I turned on your 1 p.m. alarm.
Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I'm starting a new trash journal because the other one is full. Anyway, I thought I would turn the camera on and just share what I'm working on and what I'm thinking about. I have a cookie box. This is from Whole Foods, and I love this on the front. I thought this would be a perfect size for another trash journal. Of course, I can't sew through here on the spine because that's just going to rip right away. But I wondered with these flaps here if I could somehow make the binding for the first signature. And of course, I could glue in something. I do have, wait, what did I do with it? See this? Yeah. Hello? I'm not sure if what I'm looking for is in here or not, but this is bending things, so I'm gonna have to clean this out a bit. I thought it was in here. Where did it go? Where did it go? I just saw it the other day. This is driving me crazy. Okay, one more place. I said one more, but one more. I'm telling the truth this time. Or maybe two more. Oh, I found it, I found it, I found it. Yeah, I wonder if I could somehow put this on the outside. I bet I could. The new Practical Reference Library. This was all one piece. I think it went this way because I cut through the edge there. Wow, that's got paper on the inside that's been written on. I wonder if just any sort of paper was used as a paper inside of these old books, kind of like we lay our papers down underneath what we do as a final layer, depending on what kind of book you're making. That is really, really neat. I'm sure I have enough trash back here to find something that I could put underneath. This is neat. The Lorna Doone, these are so good. I found these little boxes at the Dollar Tree. These scissors are so incredibly dull and caked with tape and glue and residue from paint and stuff. I keep saying this. I need to take them inside and really clean them and sharpen them. But then I get busy and I don't do it. So if I put this here, that would be pretty neat. It would be cool to sew that into place. We could also glue it, but that is a really good size. Maybe I will try tearing this one. I know it'll be quicker. And this is a trash journal after all, so we don't care if these little edges are not perfect because we're going to be coming back and adding ink. Oh, this one, I might have to cut it a little bit though. That one's a little more, that's a little wider actually. That's good. Take off just a tiny bit more. I love how I say, I'm only going to look one more time, and then I look 3 more times, or that's good, but then I keep working on it. I think we all do stuff like that. Okay, so I am so impatient. I'm going to go ahead and sew this into place because I don't want to wait for glue to dry. So what I'm going to do is, and it might hold better anyway, to have these two pieces sewn to each other. So if I can hold these into place and take this over to the sewing machine, and so begins another amazing trash journal. You can see I missed a little bit here. I was sewing on this side, so that's okay. We'll leave that for right now. I can go back in just a little bit and make another stitch. So I was thinking about putting one on each side, but that's not going to be practical, haha, because I'm going to have signatures on this side. So we're only going to put it out here. I do think this piece would benefit from some glue. So, look at, is that ink coming off of that? I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to put this back under and clean that up and think about this for a second. I say the grungier, the better. The messier, the better, maybe. And with this, we're going to be working on the signatures for the next few minutes. I'm just going to trim the tiniest bit off of that side. And I am going to go ahead and put some glue under this because I really do think that it would benefit this piece of the spine because of the way it's falling apart. And I'm going to spread this out so that it's not going to be so thick and take so long to dry. And if that lifts up at all up there, I can come back and add more glue under that part. I did think about keeping this intact to kind of close it up. If I glue it back into place and leave it as a box shape while I'm working in the journal, that might get to be a pain because I'm going to be constantly reaching into a little box, but I'm going to leave it like this for now because when the journal is completely done, I might close this back up. I know I want an image underneath, and whether that ends up being something that we paste or sew inside of here or the front of the first signature, I'm not sure yet. But while this is gluing or drying, let's move this to the side, and I'm going to get some of these things here that I've got. Oh, I love this paper. This is more heavy baking paper. And another Cheez-Its box. I'm embarrassed how many of those I've had lately. They sell these in the Dollar Tree, so that's why. And I promise I don't eat these all the time, but if I get out, you know, on a day that I'm doing errands and visiting all the thrift stores and Dollar Trees in my area, I might buy a box of something and a big bottle of water. Sometimes I have a coffee with me, and I just keep it next to me in the element all day while I'm out doing my stuff. So that's why I just grabbed that. All sorts of stuff in here. And this is very neat. And then some more bags that pastries came in. And these were not sticky pastries, so this paper is really clean. And I need to just start thinking about the signatures. So let's cut this box down. I don't know if I want this for a signature or for decoration. I have a lot to work with here. Since it's perforated, this might not be the best. But that's tearing really easy. I like that cup too. So wait, I'm putting that to the side for decoration. This is going to be pages. Let's cut an opening right here. And then go right around the bottom. So let's just make a stack. We're going to worry about folding these later. For now, let's just get a stack of things ready that will be our pages. I think it'll be quicker that way. And then we're going to measure the inside of that box and start cutting our pages to the right size. And then, of course, that's going to leave us a lot of room. You can see just the little breadcrumbs. So no icing or anything like that. This might make fun pages. Oops, I see something in there. Here we go. Little typewriter, my hamster, she loves peanut butter. And you can't give them very much, but they do need to chew because hamsters' teeth will keep growing and growing. growing until they're so long that the hamster can't function. So they have to chew, and they chew naturally in the wild. So she has little wooden play blocks, and I coat just enough peanut butter on those so that she is really, really encouraged to chew on those blocks. It's so much fun to watch her. Okay, so I'm going to cut right here because I want that clear part to be part of a page that I can put something behind. And I think it's going to be okay to actually go straight across here and here. Okay, we will put something in here, but that can't be a page. I think this could be a page. Let's go right there. Basically just take this apart. This is actually going to make 2 pages where it's glued there. Let's just separate that. Wow, that's really glued. So there's one. There's another one. See how quickly this stuff adds up? And this will make some nice pages. This is a bag from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, which is amazing. Best steak ever. We were recently taken out to eat there. And this will make at least a couple of really good pages, maybe more. I think we're going to have to take this out. We'll do something with it, but I want that to be able to fold like that. And I do think that's going to make, we're going to get quite a few pages out of this. Maybe 4 whole pages, and then these really fun little pieces of, is that raffia? Okay. Ooh, we have this. And I think it would be best to just cut right through here and fold this way. So that gives us those. Now let's measure. So I just can't decide if I want all this to fit inside the box. I think I am going to do that, even though it's going to mean, you know, cutting the pages down a little bit smaller than I might have. I love to have things sticking out, but we're trying to do something different with this one. And we've probably got enough pages. It might not seem like a lot, but once we start adding things, this is going to fill up really fast. So this is our template for the page size, and I'm just going to start cutting all the pages we have down to this size. I could go over to the paper trimmer, but I think I'm just going to sit here for a little bit, and I do want part of that house in there. And after this, I have to clean these scissors up. This is ridiculous. I mean, just to let them go for this long. I think about it while I'm using them though, and then once I'm done, I don't think about it that much anymore. And here we have this. You know what? I can be stacking my pages in here though for now, let's do this. Let's take some paper clips and do this. So that fits. This is going into the recycle. That will be used for decoration. And that. That's going to be a page. And that's a fun paper straw. I love that Whole Foods has paper straws. They're very sturdy, so they're easy to use. They don't just fall apart. But, you know, paper breaks down better than plastic. I don't know, I just worry about plastic things being all in our oceans and deserts and rivers. That's really sad. And there's my new fake credit card offer. It's just a little piece of paper. It doesn't have any names or anything on it. I get things like that all the time. I know we all do. These will be used for something. That's pretty cool. Put that back there. Now, and get back to cutting this down. Get one of my templates out. Ooh, I'll let that one get a little bit too big, I think. So let's do this. Let's just cut that edge off. That's going to make a natural little pocket. And then this tab we will just pull off. And let's do the same. For that one. That's kind of neat. I think right now we could do this. Let's cut way back into that and that. Go to the sewing machine for just a second. Okay, so here's page. Let's say that's gonna fit. Yeah. And I just cut this back some so that we've got room, you know, to slide something in. This is too tall. That's from one of the cards, one of the thank you cards I send out when I send orders out. And I started a package and then ended up cutting it open to put it in something different. So that's taped to the front of an envelope. We'll put that in too, instead of just trashing it. So I feel like, you know, that's what these journals are all about. I know somewhere I have a rubber band. That's better. Okay. Throw some of this in the recycle, get it out of the way. We'll probably do something with that. Put this over here with my extra things. I love to sort this. I stack things up and save them, and then all of a sudden it's just a beautiful stack of colors and handles and craft paper, labels, all sorts of really pretty things, and suddenly it is ready to bind and to start playing in. And as much trash as we accumulate every day, that it's just, they fill up fast and you're constantly adding to them. So there's never a shortage of things to go in these. That's going to be a fun page, but let's just cut right across there. You'll have to decide how many signatures to put in. Well, you know what? I set an alarm for about 30 minutes, and I can't believe it's already gone by. And I have, as I've been saying lately every day, I have a lot I need to get done. So I really do need to just limit myself and go ahead and get up from here. But I did want to share this whole entire process. So this is going to be a series on my channel, and I'm not going to do a lot of editing. I think it's fun just to see the whole thing, you know. Plus it saves time. I'll do some editing, but I thought you might want to see just the whole process, you know. I'm going to cut that down a tiny bit more because I know once we start binding, these things could end up being too tall. I think they're fine though. So I still have these to cut down, and I have just, you know, this whole box here of things that are going to end up being embellishments. And I'm always looking for labels. Somebody asked me the other day, she said, what do you just go through life like looking around for stuff, for trash and stuff on the ground? And I said, basically, I'm just a magpie. I mean, I love picking things up. Rusty washers and screws and anything that might be really pretty used in art or something, you know, inspiring, eclectic, just whatever. I'm like, where did that little image come from? Oh, that was out of a magazine I took apart. Things like this, and that's left over from a project I did to make a tiny little notebook. Although this one I'm putting to the side because I'm planning to make another one. And this was the cover. The cover on the other one was just like this. So I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back really soon for the second video in this series. And I wonder what we should call it. What should we call this? This is an old encyclopedia cover. So maybe, I don't know, any ideas on what we should call this? I need to think of something though before I upload the video. Maybe I'm going to call it Cookie Box Trash Journal. And that'll be the series. Okay, I'll be back soon. Bye for now.